Hello Steelers fans. Today we have some intriguing Pittsburgh Steelers stories to share with you. We'll dive into some fiery rivalries, but here's a bit of suspense. Did you know there's a claim that could change how we view one of the biggest scandals in NFL history? Stick with us to find out. In 2003, former Pittsburgh Steelers linebacker Joey Porter, who was a significant player in the 2005 Super Bowl 40 championship team, challenged Baltimore Ravens legend Ray Lewis to a fight outside Heinz Field. The incident followed Lewis' actions that sent Porter into an uncontrollable rage. The Steelers and the Ravens have a historic rivalry, featuring some of the most physically intense football in the National Football League, NFL. The 2003 season was a painful one for Porter, who was shot in his buttocks in Denver in a random incident outside a nightclub. This injury caused him to miss the Steelers' season opener against the Ravens. However, tension between Porter and Lewis began before the game itself. Lewis tried to assert his dominance at Heinz Field, a move which Porter did not appreciate. The situation escalated when Lewis mimicked Porter's signature celebration after tackling Amos Zarouve for no gain in the second quarter. This action incensed Porter, who was not shy in expressing his distaste for Lewis' disrespectful behavior. Porter was quoted by the Pittsburgh Post-Gazette saying, "He came out here, he's doing the boot and telling me this is his house. I think that's negative. You don't come and disrespect a man who's hurt. Why are you worried about me? I'm not even playing. Why are you imitating me?" That let me know he doesn't care. The Steelers responded to Lewis' slight by defeating the Ravens 34-15. Tommy Maddox led the Steelers to victory, shredding the Ravens' defense throughout the game. After the game, a report by Chris Mortensen on ESPN stated that Porter went to the Ravens' team bus to challenge Lewis to a fight. According to the report, Lewis stepped off the bus, and David Modell had to separate the players. However, Porter denied the report, stating that while there was a heated exchange of words, it was not as close to the bus as reported. Whether the post-game incident occurred or not, the rivalry between the Steelers and the Ravens only intensified. Ultimately, Porter had the last laugh as the Steelers became Super Bowl champions 2 years later while the Ravens could only watch. Now, moving from the intense 2003 rivalry to a recent 2022 NFL draft that caused some controversy. Pittsburgh Steelers wide receiver, Calvin Austin III, is reportedly still taken aback that the Baltimore Ravens chose to draft a punter over him. This occurred during the 2022 NFL draft when the Ravens were on the clock with the 130th pick. Instead of selecting Austin III, a fast receiver from Memphis and a position they urgently needed, they chose Penn State punter Jordan Stout. 8 picks later, Austin III was drafted by the Steelers with the 138th pick. The receiver is now eager to make the Ravens regret their decision, saying, "It's personal." He plans to settle this matter in the upcoming Pittsburgh Steelers-Baltimore Ravens rivalry game. Calvin Austin III did not play in the 2022 season due to a Lisfranc injury that he sustained prior to the preseason opener of Pittsburgh. He underwent surgery and was placed on injured reserve for the entire season. Now that he is fully recovered, the 24-year-old receiver is not only keen on returning to the field, but also on proving his worth to the Baltimore Ravens. Austin III expressed his lingering thoughts on the draft decision, admitting that the incident has been on his mind since it happened. He ran a 4.32 at the draft combine, and in college, he returned 29 punts for 323 yards and 2 touchdowns. He may convince the Steelers to allow him to use his speed to return punts when they face Stout and the Ravens on October 8th. Jordan Stout, on the other hand, had a successful rookie season for the Ravens, averaging 45.9 yards per punt with 7 touchbacks and 26 kicks placed within the 20-yard line. Now, let's take a trip back in time to a moment that is still a point of contention for many Steelers fans. Former Pittsburgh Steelers offensive tackle Barrett Brooks has confirmed that Spygate, the New England Patriots' infamous cheating scandal, began earlier than initially reported. He claimed to have personally witnessed the Patriots cheating during his playing days. The term Spygate typically incites passionate reactions from Steelers fans even nearly 20 years after the incident. The suspected cheating scandal remains a contentious issue, largely because it was never fully resolved. Although Spygate was first reported in 2007, claims have surfaced over the years from former players who allege that the Patriots were cheating well before this date. Barrett Brooks, a former Steelers player who was active during the Spygate period, has now stated that cheating was indeed taking place earlier than media reports suggest. According to Brooks, he witnessed the Patriots cheating on a cold January day in 2005. Brooks was a second-round draft pick for the Philadelphia Eagles in the 1995 NFL Draft. He moved around to various teams, including Detroit and New York, before finally settling with the Pittsburgh Steelers from 2003 to 2006. Recently, Brooks appeared on the podcast Legal Hands to the Face, hosted by Bill Colariello. During the show, Brooks was asked about his favorite city among those he had played for. He expressed his affection for both Philadelphia, where he started his career, and Pittsburgh, where he won a Super Bowl. In the interview, Brooks recalled the 2004 AFC Championship game, where he claimed to have seen evidence of Spygate firsthand. He mentioned how the Patriots, supposedly sick with 20 players having the flu, still managed to defeat the Steelers. He recalled how the Patriots seemed to anticipate their plays even before they were called. The Spygate scandal reportedly began in 2007, with initial media reports accusing the Patriots and their head coach, Bill Belichick, of secretly videotaping opposing coaches' signals during games. The Patriots were caught taping the New York Jets coaches in a 2007 game and were subsequently disciplined by the league. However, reports started to emerge that Belichick had been using this tactic for years, maybe even as far back as 1991 when he was the coach of the Cleveland Browns. Brooks' recent revelations about the 2004 AFC Championship game add to these claims. According to Brooks, the Patriots came armed with illegally obtained information that made it impossible for the Steelers to defend against. He recalled hearing players like Rodney Harrison and Teddy Bruschi accurately predicting their plays before they happened. Brooks feels that the Steelers were cheated out of a Super Bowl appearance that year, expressing his frustration that their coaches didn't anticipate the Patriots' alleged cheating tactics. The NFL destroyed all the recordings related to Spygate, which continues to be a point of contention among fans and analysts. If the Patriots' cheating had indeed been ongoing for years, every NFL team could have potentially been a victim. This news originally appeared on SteelerNation.com and was subsequently syndicated with permission. And there you have it, folks. 3 intriguing stories about our beloved Pittsburgh Steelers. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel for more content like this. Don't miss out on the chance to be part of our passionate football fan community. See you next time.